Victoria 3, the only game approved by the CCP. That's why today we're playing as the Great Qing, which is a Western euphemism for China. And we are ruled by our emperor, the Wagwang Aisin Gyoro. Hey, wait a minute, you're not Xi Jinping. If we weren't playing China right now, I would go out on the streets and protest. Outrageous. I mean, look at these disgusting laws. There's not even a sprinkle of socialism. This can't stand. We have to change it. Of course, first we need to research stock exchange, which will unlock the most important socialist thing, foreign investment. Listen guys, if you ever see a girl which encourages you to invest in China, that's a giant red flag. Ask her on a date immediately. And of course, let's not forget, China has the biggest and most powerful army on this planet. We can't just have peasant levies, we need a professional army. Opium crisis, should we ban illegal opioids or make money? Help me guys, what is the more socialist thing to do? If you ever meet a girl that sells illegal opioids, that's a giant red flag. Most definitely socialism. Thank you guys. Without you, I would be lost. Listen, if your girlfriend tells you things like Southeast Asia belongs to China, that's a giant red flag. Let's start with Burma. The British East Indies are ready to help us, and Siam also decided to join. Great choice, Siam. 5 stars. And the 1, you belong to China, and the 2, you belong to China. I guess we're not gonna have a professional army just yet. Let's have a dedicated police force. Nice. And it only costs us $1 million bureaucracy. That's fine. We have a huge movement for tenant farmers. Let's go for it. Okay, let's not have tenant farmers. Instead, we should have a professional army. Finally, it's time for everyone to start investing in China. Now is the time. It doesn't matter what you invest in. It's going to be profitable. If you want a boatload of money, double your investments in China. Listen here, Italy, triple your investments in China. You can't lose. I guess we're not gonna have a professional army just yet, but that's okay, we have a huge movement for homesteading. Let's go for it. Hey, what is this? Bolivia is using an obligation to lower their infamy. China would never lie to the international community. Bolivia's the good guys, promise. Oh, it definitely works for them. Look at them go. Zero infamy and everything. Balls. Listen here guys, we're not gonna have a revolution just yet. That would spook the investors. So let's have agrarianism instead. Speaking of investments, look at them go. Quadruple your investments in China. Oh, the girls demand it. Promise. Agrarianism right on time, just as I got all of South America to invest in China. We should probably have another try at tenant farmers. This will definitely help the Middle Eastern countries to invest in China. Come on guys, now is a great moment to double your investments in China. And we're going to help the Ottomans for the low price of Hejaz. Oh wait, the Austrians are also here. I guess we won't have to use our professional peasant levies just yet. We have tenant farmers. Oh my god, what a great opportunity for a professional army again. Also, have I mentioned now is a great time to invest in China? I mean, everyone's doing it, which means it's objectively the right choice. Come on! And we're going to have our very own faction, made in China, so everyone knows where their things are manufactured. An emblem which will clearly telegraph our willingness to trade, and a statue which encourages dialogue, common development, win-win cooperation. Now I know the West is calling us a sovereign empire. That's just Western propaganda. What a disgusting color. Give me a second. We are merely a faction which will attempt to unify all the Chinese people from all around the world. Just like Hejaz. Most definitely Chinese. I guess we won't have a professional army just yet, but we're having the very first Chinese country ready to join the One China policy. Oh yeah. Listen guys, if your wife tells you things like Tibet doesn't exist, it's Western propaganda, that's a giant red flag, and also a great opportunity to bring Vietnam to China. We've defeated Vietnam, take that stinking Americans! And yes, in case anyone's wondering, the United States looks really cool in Chinese propaganda. Listen guys, I know Chat Comrade is lurking on the internet, but I just have to say it. If I see this on Netflix, I'm gonna watch it. And see that Tibet doesn't exist. And a great opportunity to talk about Macau. Yet another Western propaganda, which isn't real, of course. Now, I wish to address the allegations that this is now a pro-CCP channel because I've received an offer from someone which will smuggle my videos videos on the Chinese internet. Outrageous, you have no evidence. And of course there is no evidence of this Macau thing ever existing. So stop spreading Western propaganda. Finally, we're going to have advanced research and a professional army. It's about time. Listen here guys, we have professional army, but it's top secret. We must stop American expansionism. Outrageous. And we have a huge support from the international community. Get 'em boys, I don't have any boats, so I can't do anything. Listen here guys, if you're not doing your part in stopping American expansionism, the girls will stop talking to you and you die alone in your basement. That's how girls work. Trust me, I know. And we're going to help Portugal keep the peace in Buungan for the low price of Buungan. They backed down. Now that's what I call a win-win cooperation. America's in default, and we have a brand new emperor, Yaizu Aizin Gyoro. Prussia capitulated, losers. Oh, Spain has their own power bloc, the Grand Alliance. And Costa Rica is most definitely made in China. Russia capitulated, losers. Which means it's only us and Spain. Oh no, Spain is having social deficiencies, which can be very bad for your brain function. Look at this. Disgusting. You know what, Spain? That's not a bad peace deal. And we can finally request an embassy from the French, which will recognize us as a great power. Oh, never mind. We need some more. Well, this sucks. But do you know what else sucks? The stinking African continent. It's preventing us from spreading our Chinese goods to Europe. Unacceptable, African continent. I'll cut you in half. Move out of the way, Ottomans. You have no chance to stop Chinese development. Remember, kids, the Chinese army is unmatched in quantity. Finally, all of those foreign investments are starting to pay off. Alright, Africa, it's time for us to go our separate ways. I have violent suppression, and I'm not afraid to use it. And finally, Mahra is ready to join China. Oh, they rejected us. That's okay, everything in this block is completely voluntary. Once we have Advanced Research 3, we can finally figure out that Mahra is actually influenced by the stinking Western propaganda. Unacceptable, we have to stop it. Oh no, the stinking Western propagandists are leading an insurgency. Unacceptable, we must step in and keep the peace. Leave the block, when did they get in? I'm so confused. And fixed. Sikkim is also ready to join. Oh my god, we're so big. That's exactly what your girlfriend will tell you if you join China. Come on, Nepal, join China. You have no choice. I really love how once you occupy them completely, they instantly capitulate. But do you know what I don't love? The Russians keep claiming my land for some reason. This can't stand. I think it's time for us to counter-claim their land. It belongs to China, just like everything else. Alright, now I know nothing can stop China, but this is kind of pathetic. They're supposed to be a great power. Wait a minute, is this great power thing just Western propaganda? Specifically designed to keep China weak and isolated from the international community. Alright, that's it. China shall no longer respect these international rules and regulations. They're clearly designed to stifle China's progress. Unacceptable, stinking Western propagandists. Oh, what is this? France is recognizing us as a great power? Of course we are. We always have been. We are ready to join the international community and follow all the rules and regulations. Promise. Hey, what is this? Honduras wants to join Made in China? Of course. Nicaragua wants to join as well. Nothing can stop Chinese expansion now. We should also go for protectionism. And we shall also support New Granada and welcome them into China. And we can also add El Salvador, Guatemala, and Selangor. Central America? More like Central China, am I right? And of course we have to help New Granada against Peru's aggressive expansionism. It completely violates international norms, laws, and regulations. Unacceptable. Oh no, Brazil is also forced to experience evil, aggressive Western imperialism. You can do it, Brazil. All you have to do is look deep inside your heart and wake up your inner Chinese. That will definitely help. Unacceptable, Great Britain. This goes against all international norms. Ah yes, fighting Great Britain without having any boats. My favorite. Victoria 3 experience. Protectionism. This practically means that everyone who invested in our country will get preferential treatment. Wait a minute, Oman is requesting an embassy. I feel like they have bigger problems, but why not? We have a consensus on the land reform. Alright, Great Britain, stop blowing up my convoys. Hey, what happened with the land reform? I thought we had had an agreement. I smell Western propaganda. Alright, that's it. We're going to open the border so we can send reconnaissance teams in the name of national security. Speaking of security, let's help Austria for the low price of quadrupling their investments in China. The secure thing to do. Oh yeah, that was a great choice, Austria. 5 stars. Come to China and report on the latest Western propaganda, like market liberalism. That sounds like a real propaganda. But first we need to establish a ministry for national security, political security, national political security, public security. Which reminds me, we have to secure the north. The Russians are looking at us very menacingly. This has to stop. Unfortunately, New Granada decided to rebel. Don't worry about it, we have it under control. Take that, New Granada! Your investments now belong to China. Finally, the Bureau for Secured Security. You can now feel secure at home. You can feel secure at work. And you can most definitely feel secure in your penis size. We should definitely also secure the budget. We can't have the government run out of money. That sounds very insecure. And we are victorious. Take that, Russia. Ecuador is ready to join the One China policy as well. Taxes fixed. Listen here, guys. We need to talk about something very important. Now I know China is not the first communist country, but it is the best one, which means we have to wait for someone else to invent communism first. And I'm happy to say that some of our bloc members are ready to give it a try. Not all of them will succeed, but someone will. Alright, we are ready to open the Chinese economy. Come on guys, octuple your investments in China. Oh yeah, come on guys, sharktuple your investments in China. What a great moment to abolish the monarchy in order to keep the monarchists at bay. We're going to embargo Russia because they hate Russia. Hey guys, you know that moment where your kid comes to you and starts talking about the 9-dash line? Put that kid for adoption immediately. It's clearly infected with Western propaganda. It's a 10-dash line. Never forget it, stinking kids. Which means we have to take control of the Philippines. Oh, they just backed down. That's what I call a win-win cooperation. Oh my god, the mother of the revolution, Costa Rica. That's right, they've done it. And now communism will spread all over the world. A revolution for the monarchy. Are you kidding me? I embargoed Russia. You should be happy with that. Oh my god, they grew up so fast. Jesus. That's okay guys, we have the Ministry of Secured Securities, which will secure. Ah, come on, what am I paying you for? Oh boy, there's no way we can get this on time, so we're gonna have to keep the monarchy. For now. And would you look at that, Costa Rica is spreading communism, just as planned. And we can also get some labor rights for some extra communism. Egypt is also ready to join China, which means we have full control over the Red Sea, making it the Yellow Sea. Oh, and they also brought some friends. Nice. Remember guys, religion is the opium of the masses, which means we have to eliminate it in the name of national security, public security, political security, job security, secure security. Our determination to keep security isn't ironclad, it's made out of steel. And we need a boatload of steel. By the looks of it, the stinking Western imperialists are fighting each other. Fools. Speaking of stupid imperialists, that reminds me, I have to make a call to the Bureau of Secured Securities. Oh, come on! Hey guys, do you remember Costa Rica? The mother of the revolution. They're an atheist state, and also a theocracy. Is this a cult? Is this how cults look like? Stop that immediately, Costa Rica! Oh, they refuse. Respectable. Have a nice day. Oh no! Evil imperialist Spain is trying to evilly imperialize Venezuela. Unacceptable. I want a piece of Spain. That's right, we have boats now, and Spain has no chance to win. Finally, we can eliminate religious extremism and keep national security, and also help our ally, South Carolina. Welcome to China, South Carolina. You're gonna love it. And of course, we can now focus on stopping Spain. Not only that we're going to stop them, we shall punish them for their unregulated, aggressive expansionism, so they never dare do that again. If we don't have enough boats, we'll build more boats. If we don't have enough soldiers, we'll make more soldiers. China will never stop until capitulated. Well, we stopped their imperialist expansionism. You know what? We have more important things to do, like establishing communism. Mao Zedong. France is also trying to establish communism. I'll help you, France, for an obligation. I feel like I'll need one. Alright guys, can you smell the revolution? It's definitely coming. Let's make sure we have the right people in the government. And we have Comrade France, someone which we can definitely rely on. Did someone say Cultural Revolution? Alright France, I'll give you one of my puppets. Unfortunately, they're unwilling to respect obligations. But I need help against the Russians. Remember guys, wait a minute, is this communist South Carolina? Hilarious. As I was saying, remember guys, all the girls love cultural revolutions, especially those about communism, social change, equality, prosperity, win-win cooperation, spying on your neighbors, reporting on your co-workers, and helping the Bureau for Secured Security to keep the streets secure from people with weird ideas, like your parents. Definitely report those. We are victorious. All we have to do now is shoot some unarmed protesters. Easy peasy. Oh my Mao, a second revolution. I told you all the girls love it. We should definitely do it again. But before that, we have to take care of the Emperor. And we now have a new emperor, Guan Aizin Gyoro, a child which won't stay in control for very long, because I've already put things in motion which will... Am I the evil uncle from all the Disney movies just taking the young emperor hostage so I can establish communism? Honestly, my favorite Disney character. And we have to beat up the imperialist Austrians. Unfortunately, the French didn't want to respect my obligation. Alright, we managed to clear out the foreign agents. All we have to do now is destroy the enemies of the state. That was easy. Anyway, let's hurry up and help Costa Rica, the homeland of the revolution. Also, I don't know if I mentioned recently, but right now is a great opportunity to orcatuple your investments in China. And Tungus is also ready to join China. The French attitude towards us is domineering, which means they view us as a natural subject. Are you alright, France? You're like 300 million GDP short from subjugating me. Oh my Mao, Comrade France needs help, but they are unwilling to give back the protectorate I gave to them for their help, which means, unfortunately, I'm gonna have to let them go. Maybe next time they will respect their obligations. Finally, China number one, and the very first chairman of the Chinese Communist Party is, oh, it's Guan, the child emperor. Well, this sucks. I had an evil uncle speech and everything. Oh, there it is, the foe of the Qing. No, that's not it. This will only lose us one more fragile unity point. Anyway, we can finally be made in the PRC, and we can have Iris bleeding red for our main color. Nice. And one more time, China number one, which means we have to completely destroy the United States of America and grab all the foreign investments. They belong to China and not these stinking Western propagandists. Oh yeah, no one can stop China with the help of South Carolina. Oh yeah, look at this, 1.3 million soldiers against some pathetic 68,000. China number one. To prove Chinese superiority, I shall also attack Russia at the same time. Prussia has also joined, which means we're going to be attacking 3 great powers. Well, 3 okay powers at the same time. And America is completely destroyed. Now we shall liberate all of our comrade countries. Wait, they're corrupt imperialist democracies. That's fine. The Philippines are doing their job. So let's just get into Russia. And finally, all the evil imperialist money belong to China. Let's do the same thing with the agriculture. Hey, wait a minute. Where did all the money go? Okay, yeah, so we have bureaucracy problems and all the money disappeared. Oh no, I can't believe it. Defeated by the economy. Too real. Oh no, my biggest fear. I can't pay the military. Unfortunately, we're gonna have to sign a white peace. What is this, France? You gonna shank me or something? I will never give you the homeland of the revolution. Don't worry, Costa Rica. I shall fight for you to the bitter end. Wait a minute, they're starving for the last 20 years. Pretty much since they invented communism. Topical. You know what they say. If you love someone, you have to let them eat. It's alright, because Asia is under Chinese control. Europe is under the evil imperialist control, just like Africa and North America. South America might be starving, but half of them are an official part of China. And this is how the great powers managed to divide the world. And I know I lost Honduras and Nicaragua because I forgot to make them my subjects because they are Honduras and Nicaragua. But we have South Carolina. What more do you want? These are the pillars we ended up with. Stop calling us a sovereign empire. It's Western propaganda. promise. Alright guys, we're going to stop the collectivized agriculture until we can fix the economy. But these are the laws every Chinese man needs. And this is the final score, right before we decide not to pay all of the evil imperialist pig dogs. China shall be free from international debt. Oh boy, here we go. And I know it looks like we're going down the ranking, but it's not my fault. We're simply ruled by a child. Until next time.